Hey guys, Captain Foley here, and it is time for another Eaglemoss product review. That's right, it's Friday at noon. So I'm also doing a cross promotion with my Captain's Logs. This is the behind the scenes, as you can see there. So if you haven't been subscribed to my Captain Foley personal channel, please do so. I have my Captain's Logs on there every Friday at 8 o'clock. They also show up on the Trekyards main page at 9 o'clock on Fridays as well. So you can watch this behind the scenes and also the actual video. You guys can watch the actual Eaglemoss review, which we're going to do right now. But I'm going to shut you guys off. I'm going to do the review, and I'll see you guys soon. So guys, yes, we are doing an Eaglemoss review today. As usual, today we're going to be looking at a ship that I thought was Star Trek Online. Turns out it's not, so that's kind of cool. And today's ship is the USS Aventine, which is a VESTA class starship. This was actually created for a trilogy of books called the Destiny series with Ezri Dax. So an interesting design, a fantastic ship, and we're going to take a look at it right now. So here's the book, and on the front it's got some statistics. Class VESTA, crew 750, length 672 meters, with a quantum slipstream drive. So there she is. Open it up, and you got the usual Eaglemoss information telling you how to put it on the stand, how to slot it in. Here you got an interesting shot of the ship from the front. It's kind of a funny looking ship from the front. It reminds me like a whale or something. It's not very graceful from the front. But down here we got some other specifications as well. Type multi-mission explorer, class VESTA, crew 750. Top speed, warp 9.9999 plus. Weaponry, type 12 phaser cannons, torpedo launchers. Captains, Dexar and Ezri Dax. I have not read these Destiny novels, so I'm not sure. I don't know anything about them, but looks interesting, and Ezri's the captain at some point. So there you see some detailed shots of the CG model that they used to make the Eaglemoss model, which we'll look at the close-ups soon enough. Open it up, you got the USS Aventine there, a great shot of it. Nice long ship, looks really good from the side. Here it says, the Aventine, commanded by Ezri Dax, used several experimental technologies, including a slipstream drive. So there you go. Reading this will tell you all about the adventures of the USS Aventine in the Destiny series of books, which is great. Next page is just a full two-page orthos, which I absolutely love. I wish they did more of these in the magazines. Some of them have it, some of them don't. I just wish they all did, even if it was a XL version that they're re-releasing, a ship that they've already done. I would still like to see the orthos. But there you go. That is it. Great looking ship. And here we go. Designing the USS Aventine. The VESTA class Aventine was designed by Mark Radmaker, a Dutch CG artist who was a regular contributor to the Ships of the Line calendar. Here's one of the novels, Star Trek Typhon Pact. There's Ezri and Bashir there. And some concept ships or drawings of how the ship could have looked. You see a few different rough shapes here, which is awesome. And it's funny because it says like a shark in subspace. So my whale analogy was a little off the mark, but close enough. It was still a sea animal. Even though whale's a mammal and shark's a fish. But still, yeah, I can see where it's coming from. So very cool, very cool. Different engine strut designs, and I remember when I designed the Foley class, I had a bunch of drawings just like this to kind of flesh out the way that they should be as well. So that's really cool. And then just some different iterations there of the 3D model in different stages. And then we got Imagining the USS Aventine, and I gotta admit, this thing looks great from a lot of different angles. That's the Dauntless from Voyager, which I absolutely hate that design, but let's see what it says here. The USS Aventine was created by novelist David Mack for a trilogy of books called Star Trek Destiny. It went on to become a recurring part of the Star Trek novels. So I guess it's as close to canon as you can get if it's been reused a few times. I know novels and whatnot are not canon. They're what's called soft canon, and that causes so many debates about things. It's just, ugh. But next page, there's a picture of David Mack, and you know, just talking about his work and things like that. So great. And the last page we usually get first appearance of, but here we actually got this, which shows the, I guess these are the 3 novels in the trilogy. It's really weird actually though. This one says Typhon Pack, some Zero Sum Game with Bashir. Okay, that's why. But here's Star Trek Destiny, Star Trek The Fall, A Ceremony of Losses, and Star Trek Typhon Pact, Brinkmanship. This has Picard on it. That's why I was looking back to see what was up with that. So, and then a great shot of a bunch of Eaglemoss ships, and says, coming soon, more exceptionally detailed scale models for you to collect. Dun dun dun. And of course, on the back of the book is just a great shot of the ship from the top, and from the top it does look very cool. It does look like a shark or a whale of some sort. A very sleek design. That being said, from the front and back, it's a little bit bulky, but what are you going to do? So there you go, the USS Aventine VESTA class, guys. We have covered the VESTA class on Trekyards. We've talked about it, I think in a mission briefing style. But it's time to move on to the ship itself. So let's do that. And here it is here. Very, very tiny. And excuse the mess on my fingers. I was doing some spray painting and yeah. But there's the Aventine. Very, very small ship. You can see compared to my hand there, it's not very large at all. But lots of great detail on this one. So let's take a look first off at the saucer. The upper part of this, or the top part of the saucer, at first glance looks very detailed. A lot of different colors in there, blues, grays, some Aztec patterning, and then the darker swath down the middle, which I really like. That swath down the middle has the dauntless shape to it, it appears, so that's really neat. Looking at the details, I don't see any registry on this at all, so I don't know if that was a mistake or on purpose, but the forward secondary deflector array on the top of the saucer, there is a USS Aventine there, but I don't see a registry number. But yeah, you see USS Aventine right there, and then underneath it is the secondary deflector with some red detailing. You got some white windows along the edge there. Very small. They are very, very small. You're going to see zoomed in macro pictures, so you're going to see more of the detail. I can't really see much in this light with this size, so you got reaction control thrusters on the front there, as well as the back on the darker spots, and those actually look really nice back there. Now the dark swath in the middle, again, looks really cool. You can see some escape pods right there. And you know, some window detailing as well. There's no real bridge module though, it's kind of smooth, but you can see the bridge detail in there as well. Yeah. Moving to the bottom of the secondary hull, it's kind of like a dramatic departure. You're looking at the top and you flip it over and it's so, you get some great pops of blue and different colors. So the overall first look at the bottom is pretty impressive. I do see USS Aventine there, and it's very, very, very small. I'll try to get a close-up of it. And then the registry number as well on the bottom. You got some red detailing at the front here, and a nice blue splash. Now I'm not sure if that's a deflector, a sensor, if it's a window, not sure what that is exactly, but again, some more Aztec detailing and some greebly parts near the back here, and more escape pods in the darker sections in the middle. And that leads right into this main deflector, which is really incorporated nicely, I think, and that's what gives it that shark look from the side. But it's not clear plastic or anything. It's just a paint detail, or it almost looks like a sticker, but it's more of a paint detail on there. So, and then the impulse engines look fantastic, actually. They got top and bottom glows, and they're quite beefy and chunky for the size of ship, so I really like that. That's very cool. And yeah, moving along, then you got the pennant along the side, the United Federation of Planets. You got the banner there, which looks great. On the bottom of the secondary hull, again, I love this detailing, this dark detailing with the white escape pods, but highlighted in red. I think that looks fantastic. And of course you got the white little circle there, which I assume is the warp core ejection port on the ship. Moving back a little bit further, more of the blue and gray Aztecing patterns on the secondary hull, and a dark center part, which is probably a tractor beam or something along those lines there. And we're going to flip it over and look at the top of the secondary hull. Again, you got more escape pods along the spine, and a dark detailing in the middle, which is very, very cool looking. Not exactly sure what that is, but also looks like there's a phaser strip along the spine right there. And that moves back to whatever this is. I don't know if that's a photon torpedo launcher or a shuttle bay. I would assume it's a shuttle bay of sorts, but it's kind of hard to tell at this scale. Again, it says USS Aventine right below it, and you got the stripe, black stripe there, which looks cool. The top of the struts, again, I love the red detailing that they have on this, the red and the dark gray detailing. Looks fantastic. And of course, much like Star Trek Online ships, you got impulse engines inserted into the struts of the nacelles, which look great, actually. Flipping it over on the bottom, it's the same thing. You got the impulse engine detail carried over there, and a long phaser strip along the lower part of the strut, which looks great. I got to admit, that looks really cool. Moving up to the nacelles. The nacelles are a really nice design. I really like that. It's a simplistic design, but it looks great. You got the red Bizarre collectors on the bottom that glow. They're just clear plastic, but when you get a light behind them, they look really good. Along the top, you've got black detailing. There's no blue on these like there are on most nacelles, which is a bit of a shame. Those gray sections would have been awesome in blue, but it is what it is. So from the top, they look very cool. You can't really tell they're nacelles per se because they don't have, you can't see the red Bizarre details. But the front, excuse me, the front looks very reminiscent of the refit from the top. Going to the side though, totally different look, totally different. You can tell it's an evolution of TNG tech. Just the shapes are really cool. And then on the bottom of the nacelles, there's not much detailing. There's like 3 circles on each side, and just some insets, but no real color variations on the bottom there. So there is that. Overall, guys, this is a really great ship. If you haven't seen the VESTA class, it's a neat design. Like I said, it's worth checking out. So, and like I said, I thought it was for Star Trek Online because it has that feel to it, or that visual feel, especially the tie-in with the impulse engines on the back of the struts. That's why I thought it was a Star Trek Online ship. So, but I am wrong. It was built for novels, which makes it soft canon at best. Same with Star Trek Online stuff, though. But anyway, there it is. Very cool ship. Yeah, and so anyway, it's time to go check it out on the stand, as we do, and take a look at it and finish up this video. So thank you guys for watching, and let's head on over to the stand now and take a look at some of the final details. The stand's over there. So guys, here she is on the stand, and if you notice, the stand doesn't quite fit properly. I mean, it's very... They say on the instructions to put it on the back of on the struts like so, as you can see. So when I do that, yeah, it's fine. It'll hold, I guess. But initially, I had done it like this because this is the way that most Eaglemoss ships are with it, and it slots in perfectly. Those are actually the way that those are shaped is to accommodate that. So I don't know what Eaglemoss is on about with those instructions, but just thought I'd point that out, guys. And now let's move on with the rest of the video. Alright guys, so I got it on the stand. I put it back here on the struts. Even though it is wobbly and it'll fall off if you do that, I do kind of prefer this more straight look as opposed to facing upwards. And I always complain that the Eaglemoss stands kind of obscure the secondary hull. So I have no issues putting it on like that. However, you can tell it's clearly not designed to be on that way. It is designed to attach up here. So it's up to you guys what you guys want to do. For this turntable look, I'm just going to put it there so you can see more of the lower detailing and stuff. But great ship, lots of great detail as Eaglemoss does, especially on ships that are this small but are larger ships. It seems like the smaller they go, the more detailed they appear. So there you got those Bizarre collectors with a little bit of a red glow from the light up above. So it's all up to you guys how you want to play it, but I'm just going to leave it like that for now. But yeah, if you want it slotted in nice and securely, I would definitely recommend up here. But anyway, so on a lower shelf, this thing looks great. The view from the top on this thing is the best view in my opinion. It is such a cool looking ship. So if you have it on a lower shelf, it just looks stunning. Moving to an eye level shelf, you got that very sea creature shirt kind of vibe to it. It does tend to get lost a little bit. There's that bulky front view as well. It does tend to get lost a little bit in the side profile just because it's such a thin ship, especially near the front and back. It's just got that bulk in the middle where the secondary hull is. So it's kind of like a blah shape from the side. But if you move down here and put it on a upper shelf, again, you got that really great silhouette, great view of it, and from many different angles it can look good. Got a big hair there or something. But yeah, so displaying it, there's lots of different ways to display this thing and have it look fantastic. So there you go, and there's more of that Bizarre glowing red just from the light up above, which is a really nice touch. So there it is, guys, the VESTA class, the USS Aventine from the Destiny novels. Hope you guys liked this review. Hope you liked the ship. If you did and you want to pick it up, you can head on over to the Eaglemoss store. The link is in the description of all the videos. Just click that link. It takes you right to the store, right where you need to be. And then add ships to your cart. And, you know, use the discount code Trekyards when you check out. Save yourself some money. We love helping you guys out, and it helps us out. So hopefully you guys don't mind doing that. It's a good way to save yourself some money. So yeah, it's discount code Trekyards at checkout. So guys, that is it for this review. Again, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate you guys, and look forward to the next one. So guys, by all means, subscribe to both channels, Trekyards and the Captain Foley personal channel, and check out other videos by us as well. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley. Bye-bye.